What's up, naughty buddies? How's everyone doing today? I hope each and every one of you are well. Before we start our video, I would like to give a shout out to each and every one of you all, guys. Really, you guys are just amazing, and I would like to give a major thank you to my lovely YouTube family. It's because of you all we have all reached this level. I still can't believe that we are finally we are finally monetized and we have unlocked channel memberships and whatnot. Our channel is at another level right now, at level 2 I would say, and so far with every one of your support everything is going good for now. So really guys, I would really like to give a massive shout out to every one of you all. Really guys, this achievement, this accomplishment wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you all. So really guys, thank you so much, guys. I would as well like to give a special shout out to all my channel members and Patreon members. You guys are just amazing, and the milestone and the goal which we have accomplished wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for your special contribution and support. As everyone know, every penny counts, and you guys are really just really amazing. Thank you so much to all my channel members, to all my patronage. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. So let's get into the video now. As everyone knows that we have recently completed A Plague Tale Requiem on our channel, which is the one of the so far the best game I would rate when it comes to 2022. As most of you all might not be aware of the storyline of the game, or if you wish to know more about the storyline, this video is for you. So we are definitely going to dive into this video, which title is the A Plague Tale Requiem, a complete story, or entire story explanation as what exactly happened in this game, what you can hope, what you can expect if you haven't played this game, or if you don't have time to play one, or if you don't own it, but you still need to know how cool this game is, what secrets this game is holding and whatnot. This video is right for you. But if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell icon, as well as guys, do not forget to smash the like and share this video with all of our YouTube family members. And if you can join our Discord server, the link for the same is in the description. I would really appreciate that because we are still growing there, and I'm planning to do a first 500 Discord members. Once we reach that, we are probably going to do a major giveaway. So I would really love if my YouTube family can be part of it, because you guys are the lifeline of this channel, and I just want to feedback in any ways possible. So really guys, do ensure you join a Discord server so that we can have an amazing time there as well. So let's get into the game now. I'm going to give you all a brief explanation of the entire storyline here, including the previous prequel of the game, which is A Plague Tale Innocence. While that's the game main protagonists include the King Hugo, Amicia, the Protector, Lucas, the Alchemist, and the Beatrice, the mother of the King Hugo and the Amicia. Now let's talk about details of the game. The game has been developed and published by Osobo Studio and the Focus Entertainment respectively, and the game has been released on several platforms including PlayStation 5, Xbox X, Series S, Nintendo Switch, Microsoft Windows, Xbox Cloud Gaming. While I have played this game on Xbox Cloud, Microsoft Windows, but I had it on Xbox Game Pass, so I was lucky enough to grab my hands on it, and I was able to play the game on very first day, on very first moment when the game was actually released. The game series started with the Plague Tale Innocent, the game which was developed by the same developers, where the story is set in the 14th century Aquitaine, France, during the Hundred Years' War. The game focuses on the Amicia Tyrion and her ill brother Hugo as they flee from the soldiers of the France Inquisition and from the hordes of the rat that are spreading the Black Plague, which was later found out that it was a disease named Macula which was making Hugo suffer, and at the same time it gave Hugo an ability to control a group of rats. So can you guys just imagine a little child out of nowhere got an ability to control a horde of rats? My god. I mean, at one point of time, I would definitely appreciate such powers where I could actually control the rats, I could control the army of the rats and do or make them do whatever I want to do. So I could literally go and rob something off or I could actually help some people out. It's really up to you. It's really up to an individual how an individual want to use these powers, right? But who thought that this power will come with a biggest liability, or you can say with power it as well gonna cost you something. That something is none other than his life. And right, each and every time Hugo tries to control the rats, the macula, the disease, the name of the disease, the blood disease, tries to consume Hugo and take over the control of his mind, thus resulting in more chaos, more pain, more suffering and whatnot. I would literally, I just can't believe it. Like, come on guys, what do you think of this? Do you guys think that this thing might be real? Like, I do know about the plague, I do know about the first plague, Justinian plague and sort of, like, I've heard it, I've read it in the history in my school days and stuff like that. But a child who can control all the hordes of rats, come on, that's way too much. I would say that's way too overpowered, you know. But yeah, let's not get carried away here. Let's get back to the story explanation. So this was what happened in the Plague Tale Innocence, you know, the wherein the Plague Tale Requiem, the game, the main game which we are talking about, shows us the continuation of the storyline post 6 months from the previous game story. In the Plague Tale Requiem, here we going to see how the Amicia, the protector, Hugo, the king, of course, the little one, Beatrice and Lucas going to travel to the southern France to look for an island where they can find a cure for the Hugo's mysterious blood disease. Even though they knew that it's a macula, but they were still in the hope that they are going to find a cure of this disease. I mean, who wouldn't? I would personally be in the hope as well if there's any sort of disease, and if there's one of my family members going through, we will go towards the extent, we will go towards the end of every world to find a cure if it's in our hands, you know. So the same thing was happening here. The entire family, I would say, Amicia, Hugo, Beatrice and Lucas, they were doing their best. They were fleeing away from the France Inquisition and from the hordes of rat and everything, and they were now traveling to the southern France where they can try to find a cure for the king or little Hugo here. Amicia, Hugo, Beatrice and Lucas flee from Julianum. I am not sure if that's how it's spelled, but if I remember correctly, it was Julian, and it was part of the France, I believe. It was a part of the France, and now they were heading to the Provence, where an organization of alchemists called the Order has promised to provide a refuge to the Deirun family. They were promised by an order of the alchemists. The order is basically the name of the alchemist family or an organization here, where they promise those guys that they will try their best to provide a cure, and they will try their best to provide a refuge to this family. The main objective was to beat the local representative of the order named Magister Warden, where he promised to deal with the Hugo blood disease. He promised this guy that he's going to do his best to heal Hugo, to find a cure so that the little one can get rid of all his trouble, all the meannesses, all these stupid issues which was going on in his life. They promised him that everything's gonna be alright. But as everyone knows, no one in this world does something for free. There's always something they expect us in return. But there are of course some people out there in this world who do it, who are selfless, who do it for purpose of only helping out others. I really know that because I have a family, I have a YouTube family who does a lot of support, and they never ask something in return. They always wanted to support, they always show us support. I'm sure this world, I know that the world is filled with different sort of people. While there are people who gonna hate us, there are people who gonna love us. So, but in this case, I would say, especially for the Hugo, the world was very cruel to him. I would say each and every one of them tried their best to use the key for their own advantage, to use Hugo power, use Hugo ability to take over the other kingdoms, the people, whatsoever. This family had to go a lot of stuff, literally a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead now. So as I was seeing, the name the guy, the local representative named Magister Warden, where he promised Hugo that he will heal him. Now the macula, which keeps getting worse day by day, the disease was getting worse day by day. I would say, as I was playing the game, I noticed that if there's any sort of emotional trauma Hugo was going through, macula are gonna kick in, literally. So as directed by the warden, the warden guy directed to bring a certain materials in order to start the process of healing for Hugo. So Amisha and Lucas commences their journey, and in their voyages, they had to deal with several enemies or the soldiers. So as per the direction by the warden, Amisha and Lucas, they both are some sort of kind of team, like they hang around and get parents, so on and so. So they were actually on this mission together to find some sort of material for for the Hugo, so that he can finally be cured. And in their journey or in their process of finding this or procuring the material, they met a lot of people, a lot of several enemies or the soldier. They had to steal around their way into a particular area, a particular farm, a particular area where they have to find a certain flower, a certain objective, or certain material which can be used in process of healing Hugo. Once they procure the material and once they headed back to the kingdom or to the place where the warden has promised to heal the Hugo, they found out that the sole purpose of this healing was to do experiments or to do tests on the little Hugo and lock him up in suffering. Like I said, guys, each and everyone in the world is not good. There's always some bad intentions out there. You never know. Like I said, not everyone is as awesome, as lovely, as amazing as all are. There are people out there who have bad intentions, who have bad feelings for others. You never know. I never know. No one knows what the intentions are. But luckily, Amisha and Lucas found that out. For this very test purpose, Warden arranged for the group a boat for the Order's headquarters in Marseille. Now, Amisha was always against this test or whatsoever was going on with Hugo. She tried to tell Beatrice, their mother, that this is something wrong. We should not do such tests on the little child because it's just cruel. It's just pointless. That would do nothing good other than giving him troubles and whatnot. But even after being said this, even after several warnings which were issued or which were said, which were directed by the Amicia, Beatrice was stubborn, and so was Lucas at that point of time. Even though they didn't want to see Hugo suffer, they blindly went along with the warden. They just believed in him, and soon after that, the warden, the guy, the local representative of the order, arranged a boat for all this group. I would say just 4 of these guys for the order's headquarters in Marseille. But right before that, something terrible happened. As Hugo was undergoing some tests, he was considered as an objective, a test objective, as you know, which sucks. But yeah, so each and every time Hugo suffers anything, any sort of trauma, any sort of pain, the macula, just charges up, just comes up, like takes over the entire Hugo body, and the entire city was attacked by a massive rat swarm that left the city in ruins. You cannot believe that entire city was eaten up, was destroyed by this rat. Warden was killed in this. Amisha and Hugo, on their way, decided that it's best to part their ways from the Lucas and Beatrice, mainly because Hugo was having some sort of dreams, recurring dreams about some sort of island, like some sort of island where he can get, where he sees a phoenix, a real phoenix who is guarding a way. So the little Hugo was following the phoenix, and eventually the phoenix takes him to a certain pond or certain area where if Hugo drinks the water from the pond or touches the water, it can heal the Hugo blood disease macula completely, and everything can go back to normal. That's what we all thought. That's what we all thought. That's what I even thought, that it might be some sort of indication, some sort of intuitions, or some sort of tips, or I don't know the exact word, but something good, like it's a clue that this guy can get killed. I will be finally killed. I just need to follow my dreams and I will definitely get to my goal. That's what we all thought. That's what I all thought. So, in the hunt of this island, Hugo and Amicia, they met a knight, a soldier, a former soldier, a knight named Arnott. Now, at first, Amicia wasn't trusting Arnott, and trust me guys, the suspicion on Arnott was really right. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Let's get ahead. So as and when they went ahead their journey, they proceed ahead with their journey and everything, Arnott offered to arrange a transport to the island Hugo is dreaming of. So probably Amicia and Hugo discuss that they want to get in touch. They are looking for some sort of island, an island which can cure Hugo. While Arnott thought that, alright, I know this island. Maybe they are probably talking about Lacuna Island. That's what we all thought. That's what I thought, that this guy is just a really good man, like he wants to help these little kids to accomplish their goal. But like I said, not everyone is as good as like us. Everyone is not so selfless. Some people have some evil mind like body. So Arnott offered to arrange a transport to the island Hugo is dreaming of course, but in exchange for the West protection. Now you see, Arnott wanted a protection for himself using King Hugo. Now for this very transportation, for this very voyage, they recruited Arnott's smuggler friend Sophia to transport them to the island. Sophia, unlike Arnott, plays a very vital role throughout the journey, and we'll see her support till the end of this very game, guys. I would say the one of the best supporter of Amicia and Hugo and Lucas as well was Sophia. Arnott did play its own vital role. I wouldn't say that he was completely arrogant, he was evil. He wasn't an evil, but he just wanted something in return for this very thing. Now, but I guess it's fair. I mean, like, he did what he promised. He stood up on his promise. He promised that he would help them to reach to that specific island, which he did. So as soon as they arrived at the island, which was named as La Cuna, Amicia and Hugo discovered that the residents worship a pagan deity called the Child of Embers. So this Child of Embers and stuff like that is quite related to the plague and everything. Soon after their arrival, Arnott reveals his clear intention of helping them. Like I said, he wanted a protection, but he never said what sort of protection he's looking for. He just said he needs a red protection, but for what? He never disclosed that. So as soon as they arrived at the island, Arnott finally revealed his true intention and told Hugo and Amicia that the sole intention was to use Hugo power to defeat the Count of the province, Victor. Now, Victor and Countess Emily, guys, pay very well attention to these two characters out there. I would say they are really well-made characters, but I just hate them in general. Amicia, once she finds out that this was the sole intention of Arnott, he wanted to kill a count of the province, La Cana. He wanted to eradicate once. He wanted to take some sort of revenge. Like, I haven't dig much in the history of the game, but I do know that the Count Victor had probably used Arnott son for some sort of battle, and in that battle he was killed or something like that. Well, I don't know about lot, but there was some sort of beef between these two guys. So he wanted to take his revenge, and he wanted to kill or eliminate or assassinate the Provence Count of the Provence Victor. Amicia, once she found out that this was his intention, she ends up foiling Arnold's plans and him ending up being arrested. So once she found out that Arnold is probably gonna use Hugo for all his evil plans, the right away she denied that she's not going to help Arnold in this evil plan and stuff like that. Not only she did that, but as well she stopped Arnold's plan. And in terms of being good in the eyes of the Count Victor and everything, Arnold was ended up being arrested. Amicia stopped Arnold, and finally, to thank them, the Count Victor and Countess Emily give these guys a welcome party, or I would say a thank party, and they welcome in their kingdom. So not so long ago, after Amicia and Hugo helped the the Count of the Provence, in getting arrested, helping these guys to get arrested. These guys were welcomed as the guests by the Count and Countess, Victor and Emily. Sophia, Amicia and Hugo later went ahead as the day passed. Like they were given, they were offered food, a lot of stuff. They were really treated as some sort of very VIP members and guests. So right another day, like after a night pass, after they all relaxed, slept for a bit and everything, they all went ahead and they decided, let's explore the island a bit. Let's try to find why Hugo was getting dreams of such sort of island. Now they are not sure about it, whether there is a heal or not. They are not sure that whether a heal for this very disease exists or not. They were blindly following a dream. So they were exploring the island as the normal explorers who were trying to find a cure. They encounter indeed that or they witnesses that there is some sort of ritual which is held by the Count Victor and Countess Emily, who led a cult that unknowingly worships a previous Macula carrier as a child of embers. So now let me get into this. So there was a previous carrier, just like Hugo is said to be a carrier. There was a previous carrier of the Macula as a child of embers. They were treating as a child. They were calling him a child of embers. Some sort of ritual where you have to sacrifice yourself and stuff like that, blah blah blah. You guys know about all this ritual and stuff like that. So as and when they explored more into the ancient temple where all this ritual was taking place, they ended up being disappointed as they couldn't find the cure for the Hugo. Like I said, there was no 100% guarantee there was a cure. They were just blindly following a dream. They were just thinking it's some sort of hint that this if they do it, they're probably gonna get the cure. But they did found out the clues about the Child of Embers. The Child of Embers was named as Basilius, and his protector was Elia. Just like how the Hugo's protector is Amicia, his sister, but as well as a protector. There was a kid named Basilius who was a carrier, and his protector was Alien. While Basilius' fate was unknown, records stated that Elia was imprisoned. So, as Elia was trying to protect Basilius, I don't know for what, but she was later found out that she was imprisoned, and after rebelling against the order. So this entire order thing, entire cult or entire this sort of organization, she was trying to revolt or rebel against it. Why? We have no idea. But they later found out that the Basilius was imprisoned in a chamber by the order in a futile attempt to contain the macula. Now you see, everything which had happened in the past, Justinian plague, all sort of plague, all sort of this stupid belief, all sort of this stupid ritual which was among which was in the citizens of the Lacuna. It was everything, each and every mess up which happened. It was thanks to all the order. They were the responsible of all this mess. They later found out that Basilius was imprisoned in a chamber by the order. In a futile attempt, as I said, they wanted to contain the macula, so they decided that let's just imprison Basilius, the little kid. Now, without Aelia to manage his emotions, so they probably, divided them. They probably tore them apart. They separated them for each other. Like I said, in order for a carrier to survive, in order for the carrier to, contain his power, to be in stable condition, a protector is required. But when this Aelia was departed from the previous carrier Basilius, he gave away to the Maculus. He just thought that I have literally no one. My protector Aelia is dead. At that point of time, like I said, this macula feeds on the emotion. The more emotional you are, the more it will try to contain you and thus releasing the plague. Now, as soon as that thing happened, like I said, once Basilius thought that my protector is no more, the macula took over Basilius, and that unleashed the Justinian plague. Like I said, all you need is to give in. If you're not determined, that's it. Macula is going to take over you. Amicia then realized that the macula showed Hugo the dream in an effort to lure into its clutches. Now we all thought that Hugo is probably getting dreams mainly because it's some sort of sign, maybe by a phoenix, or maybe some sort of sign by gods or whatsoever, that you need to go to a certain island where you will find a phoenix. Phoenix will take you or guide you a pond. Once you touch the pond, once you touch the water, once you drink the water, you will be all right. This was all the efforts by the macula. It was playing with the Hugo's mind so that it can lure him into its trap, into its clutches, so that Hugo can finally give in, and the macula can take over his entire body, whatnot. As soon as this happened, like I said, Basilius was trapped into a chamber, right? And that chamber was full of the rats, eggs, stuff like that, and it was trying to communicate with the Hugo there using its mind. As soon as Amicia told those rats, those macula, that I am not gonna give Hugo to you guys can F off whatsoever, all the BS and everything. When she told that to the macula was furious. He ended up being so furious, so angry. It released entire horde of rats after them. Can you guys believe? Entire army of rats after these three guys, which was Amicia, I guess Lucas was not there. Yeah, Amicia, Hugo, and Sophia. These guys were running like crazy, just like a Tom and Jerry. Jerry is running like a hell because Tom is always gonna bully him out or stuff like that, as we all know. So finally they escaped all of these chambers and stuff like that. Soon after that, Sophia said that it's time that we all run away from this place. So it's better that I go ahead to the harbor. You guys come as quickly as possible, meet me at the harbor, so then we can finally flee from this island. However, this was the plan, right? This was the plan which all thought that there's nothing here, right? Like we have found that there's no cure in it. We have found that it was all fake. It was all fictitious. It was just a lure, just a bullshit attempt by macula to lure Hugo in so that he can totally give in. So they thought that fine, let's go ahead, let's grab our boat, let's get the hell out of here from this island, right? But while they were planning this, and while they were on the way to the harbor, they were stopped by one of the Count's soldiers, stating Count wants to meet Amicia, and they had a guess. Now, who might be the guest be? That's what we all wonder. But the guest was none other than the Beatrice and Lucas. They ended up finding Amicia and Hugo here. So, and Hugo was very excited to meet his mother. I mean, like, he's a 5 or 6 years old kid. Who wouldn't be excited? I mean, come on, we are like in our 20s and 30s, and we are still like we don't do shit unless we are inform our mother. We all need our moms, we all need our parents, and they started heading back to the kingdom, back to the castle. Once they entered the castle, Amicia was asked to visit the count. The soldier told that the count wants to meet you in person at a specific in a specific room, a personal room or whatsoever. Once Amicia entered into like count's room, the count attempted to assassinate Amicia. I was like, what the hell, bro? You call me in and you want to kill me? That was my reaction when I was streaming this game. And once and Amicia was trying her best to keep running, keeping distance and whatnot. But the count did reveal that he knows about their secrets, and the Hugo is the choice of the child, and they were the fate behind the Basilius and made people believe in all of this. So during the Basilius era, this count and countess, or maybe their ancestor or stuff like that, they were the one who made people believe in all this nonsense, that there is embers of child. The ember of child will come, there will be peace, there will be harmony, there will be no worries of the world and whatnot. Everything was every belief, every ritual which they made people believe in, it was all BS. That's what he said. He made people believe in. He was behind the assassination of Basilius and his protector Ayla and whatnot. While Count Victor was attempting to assassinate Amicia, Countess Emily had tied up the Beatrice, their mother, and we can see a small fight attempt between Victor and Amicia in the end. So I was trying my best to run away from the Victor, the Count, and that made me to reach outside where entire drama was being held. The Countess Emily was tied up the Beatrice, and she was about to kill her, guys. Can you believe that? So in this fight, we probably are seeing that Amicia is holding a sword while Victor is trying to kill her and stuff like that. And on other hand, the little Hugo was asleep in the room. Like he wasn't aware of anything. He was like sleeping in a room, and he just woke up. And soon after he wakes, he started going around the kingdom in order to search Amicia, sorry about that. And then as soon as he comes out, he finds out that Countess Emily had killed their mother. The Beatrice was killed, and Amicia was shot down by an arrow. This made Hugo rage, very bad rage, guys. Can you just imagine what this might have led? This led to an entire army of rats being called upon, and Hugo used those rats to kill all the soldiers and the assistant, and assassinate the Countess Emily. Can you believe that? He raged out. Total rage of the pain, everything. While Lucas was trying to say to the Amicia that this is not right. We shouldn't use Hugo for this, for this sort of controlling the rats and stuff like that. But in return, Amicia said that it's fine. I mean, as long as Hugo is controlling Dan, it's alright. It shouldn't be the otherwise case. In this, if I'm right, in this situation, Amicia was not shot down by an arrow, but she was shot down the later period. She was the one who was helping Hugo in attacking and controlling the rest. So once at the end, Hugo managed to assassinate the Countess Emily. Now they were trying to flee to the harbor, and on the way, they heard from the other soldiers that they are probably gonna hang Arnold. So on the way they tried rescuing Arnold before leaving on the Sophia's ship. Victor, who still intend on claiming Hugo so that he can use his power to capture the kingdoms and whatnot, and some sort of other BS he was believing into it. He pursued them with his own ship and he tried to capture Sophia's ship. They attack Sophia's ship. Victor manages to capture Hugo while rest of the group are forced overboard. So they probably attack they probably attack Amisha, they probably attack Arnold. It was a pure fight and stuff like that. In end, we are seeing that their boat was wrecked and they are probably on some sort of shore and stuff. And in this fight, if I remember right, one of the Count soldiers shot an arrow right through the Amisha stomach, and was just Hugo just believed that Amisha was killed here. He had no hopes. He had no desire to live in. He ended up being so mad that he rushed to the Count and start hitting and start punching him with his bare hands. Now he was just a kid. As any kid, he just tried to react. This was a reaction, but the king, the Count, just pushed him and beat him up with his sword, and he ended up being unconscious. Now, on shore, while Arnold tries to heal up Amisha so that she can probably walk and stuff like that, as they were going ahead, Victor confronts Amisha and Arnold. So he didn't stop his chase right there. He wanted that the Amisha should be killed at any cost so that they can have a total control on Hugo. While in this fight, Arnold sacrificed himself. Now, like I said, Arnold was not that bad. He was good, but he just wanted something in return. But in the end, he shows that he's a real soldier, a real knight. He sacrificed himself so that Amisha can be allowed to kill Victor. Now, Amisha uses his weapon, but they were too late to prevent Hugo. Hugo was basically at some other place, at some other city out there, who believed that Amisha is dead. Amisha is no longer alive. So this ended up, Hugo totally gave himself over to the Macula. Macula was taking entire control of the Hugo. Can you believe the entire control? Everything was done. He had no control over himself. The rats were everywhere. There were plague, there were disaster and whatnot. As they were going ahead, they saw a dark cloud called Nebula blocks up the sun, and the rats were spreading like hell and destroying them massively. Now from that they knew that Hugo is probably being held up as a capture in Massili. Amisha and Lucas delved into the center of the nebula. They found out some sort of center, some sort of dark nebula where they saw Hugo. So as Amisha goes ahead, they finally found Hugo, where Hugo tells them that now that he has fully merged with the Macula, the only way to stop the rats is to kill him, to assassinate him. Hugo will be killed by Lucas if Amisha refuses to do so. So Hugo. Now this was, I wouldn't say that Hugo physically was dead. It was just telepathy or some sort of mind games Hugo was doing there. A mind communication. You can see that. So Hugo tells Amisha that the only way to stop me and this Macula to destroy anything further is to kill him, to assassinate him once for all. If she denies that, if Amisha, the protector, the sister of this little one, denies that, he will be killed by the Lucas. So it's better that she does it, because after all, she is the protector and she is the sister as well. So in the end, we see that Amisha kills Hugo. She was so resistant, she was so heartbroken, so devastated, but she had to do it. There was no way going back, there was no other way to do it. So after this, we are probably seeing credits of the game, and there was a chapters, and as soon as after that there was a chapter number 17 which loads in. So it shows that 1 year later, Amisha prepares to embark on a journey to find the next macular carrier and the protector. It shows that Sophia and Amisha are now together. They are traveling together so that they can find out the next carrier, so that they can stop the macula spreading of that and whatnot. But before she leaves, she pays her respect to the Yugo's grave. She cries there. She says that she will always remember the little one. She will do what best she can have in her own ability to help others out there and whatnot. And after that, we are seeing in the post-credit scenes, a child in the modern days is on the ventilator with signs of the macula on his skin. So by the end of this game, the developers or the game itself is trying to say that there's probably gonna be another sequel of the Plague Tale. We already have Plague Tale Innocent, Plague Tale Requiem, and probably there is another carrier out there, which means there's gonna be another game series for this very beautiful game. So that was an entire story explanation, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And do not forget to check out our channel membership, guys, because it's really amazing. The channel membership really helps me a lot. There are 3 tiers in the channel membership: tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. Tier 1 gives you a VIP role in our Discord server, which as well tier 2 and tier 3 does. But other than that, you get a channel member shout out at each of my videos and each of my streams. I do stream like twice a day, so at least in one of my stream you're gonna get a channel shout out. In tier 2, you basically get a self promotion section in my Discord server, which is just like $5.99 a month or $4.99 a month. You just have to click on the join button, and I will handle all the self promotion and everything. Tier 3 includes all the previous perks as well gameplay with me, which usually you can do in tier 2 as well. And a special preference is for the stream moderator or Discord moderator. If you are in tier 3, which is like $14.99 per month, and if you are one of the active supporters or in one of my active streams, then you will be given preference over others when it comes to stream moderator, and as well same goes for the Discord members and the staff. So while I appreciate any sort of tiers or channel membership, guys, because channel membership or this small membership really helps me a lot. It has been taking care of the repairs if there's any. It helps me in saving up for the new game so that I can make the videos on it, stream it for you guys, as well as it really helps me to save enough so I can do a giveaway for you all. So guys, once again, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by this video. Make sure you like, share, and do not forget to join our Discord server. That being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will probably see you in the next video or the stream. Until then, take care, guys, and do not forget to check out the end screen for the entire playlist of the Plague Tale Requiem gameplay walkthrough PC. Just check it, guys. Later.